Today I've made a quick little drive out to Grapevine for Cars and Coffee, Texas. There are 1,500 registered cars at this event. Hearing how many cars there are going to be really didn't set in until we got to the event. And that's when we realized when Texas has a big car show, they really mean it. When we were pulling in, we saw hundreds of people walking almost a mile to the event. And then the fear started setting in. What if we don't find parking at the event? And then have to park far away, walk in this brutal 100 plus degrees weather. And luckily, as we got closer, we started seeing tons of open parking spots. So everything worked out. Seeing all the unique cars driving around, engines revving, and finding parking felt like it was part of a Fast and Furious movie. I think this event has a little bit for everyone. Here's some American muscle cars, some Chevy Corvettes, and some classic Camaros with the newer gen Camaros beside it. And here's a matte black Aventador. And then I see the brand new Huracan Technica rolling out. That's the last iteration of the Huracan. And here's some Acura NSXs. There's the old one and the new one. And was surprised there was a Tesla parked over here. I don't know if it was some kind of modified one or what. Here's some modified Audi R8s. I see some of them have the twin turbos. Inside the Audi R8, I see a modified Lamborghini Huracan that has a parachute in the back. That's a Performante. So I'm thinking this one probably puts out a lot of horsepower that they need the parachute. And this beautiful mantis green always looks good on the Huracan. And here's a Tiffany bluish color Nissan GTR and a modified Toyota Supra, Dodge Vipers. They have a whole little lot to themselves, about like 20 Dodge Vipers if not more. And it's surprising seeing how big of the Dodge Viper community there is in Dallas. I think this is one of the few events where I see so many Vipers out. There's definitely a lot of unique cars over here and showstopper cars. Here's a Ford Mustang, the classic 1965, and then a Nissan S15 or S14 body 180 SX, and a Lamborghini Huracan, another one, and here's a Corvette, another Corvette that sounds modified. And look at these little baby cars like the Huracan STO and McLaren, and this nice wrap for the WRX STI, Chevy Corvette Z06, McLaren. There's such a variety of cars here, and this Batman Supra. Here's another purple Dodge Viper and another lineup of Dodge Vipers here. They have so many at this event. And a Nissan GTR, it seems like has some kind of anime wrap on this one. It looks pretty unique. And a Ferrari 355 Testarossa and a nicely wrapped Toyota Supra. It seems like it's definitely modified as well. And here's a McLaren 675 LT and a modified Nissan GTR. And look at this hoopty plated Toyota Supra. I love the body kit and the spoiler and this modified Nissan GTR. I bet this thing probably puts out around 1,500 to 2,000 horsepower with the parachute in the back. And the Acura NSXs, they don't make these. They discontinued the last gen 2023 Acura NSX is discontinued, so it's sad to say goodbye to it. But here's some cool motorcycles, and here's a Lamborghini Gallardo. And just as much as I've seen these cars, I'm just like, wow, there's more coming in. Here's a Dodge Viper ACR, and it looks just like the one that I saw at RK Motors, but this one doesn't have the flags. There's some flag decals up the one we saw in Charlotte, and this one has a Nürburgring sign on it, so it's definitely different. And here's the park up front VIP kind of parking spot area where if you pay more, then you get to park here. And they have some nice Huracans here, an STO, and a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ and SVJ 63. This is my third one that I get to see, And here's a really unique car that I thought, whoa, is this like an old Lamborghini or something? Because I don't remember one of these, but turns out this is another Italian supercar as well. And here's a Ferrari F8 Tributo and a 488 right beside it. And here's an Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. Here's a cool little duo. There's a Porsche 911 GT2 RS, and right beside it is the one with the black hood. That's the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And here's this cool race car, kind of like a race car body kit car. I'm not sure what this exactly is, but it looks really cool. Kind of made me feel like, is this like a LaFerrari or something with a body kit on it? And here's a Ferrari 488 Pista. I've seen this one before at Cars and Cantina. And here's a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. I really think that that's the one that's at Tactical Fleet that I saw before in my previous video. And here's a matte red Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and I really like this one. It feels so different compared to the other wraps. Here's another Huracan, and I love those hood scoops for this one. Here's another Huracan. There's so many Lamborghinis at this event all in one place. I love it, especially because when you go down to Lamborghini of Dallas, there isn't that many cars there because it's a small showroom. So definitely nice to see so many in one area. Another Gallardo. It just seems like the collection of Lamborghinis here doesn't end.
That's a nice Porsche.
Here's a green Huracan Technica and another Lamborghini Huracan, and look at this inside view of the event. After seeing the Dodge Viper ACR and the Aventador SV, which one would you take? Normally I'd pick the Aventador, but I think this time around I'm going to go with the Dodge Viper 10. And here's another Porsche 911 GT3, another Aventador SVJ, another Aventador SV, more Lamborghini Huracans. Here's the light blue Evos, there's two of them, and an Urus. And here's these cool motorcycles. I love the lilac one. This was a really great car event for organizing 1,500 cars in one place and so many people. I'm glad that there was police presence here. There was a bit of some people that kind of were doing some kind of street takeover kind of stuff, but they got shut down pretty quick, which was great because that was one of my fears coming to this event, is like, is someone going to do something reckless? But luckily everything was good, under control. And for the heat, this was a great event. I think I was standing under the shade right here. And it wasn't too bad, you know. In 100+ degrees weather here, coming from Charlotte, used to those 70 degrees weathers, it was a little bit like oof, but the cars were definitely worth it. I loved coming out here to see all these awesome cars.